For Dr. Jesus, it makes sense.
How do you run so fast, Thomas?
I got robot legs.
Also, there is a sprint button.
I forgot about that.
There is a sprint button and robot legs. I'm ready.
Robot legs. Hello, Houston.
I'm ready.
Hello,
Hello,
listeners. I have many questions about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah?
I haven't watched it, so please spoil it for me.
We will spoil the motherfucking
I mean, there's
shit out of that movie.
there's nothing to spoil.
No, there's
in my
actually
opinion.
nothing to spoil.
But doesn't the guy get cancelled?
Yes.
In fact, no.
Well, he
no
gets
one gets
cancelled because he dies.
Yes.
Oh, hey Marcus, how much did you love Mr. Texas Chainsaw beaching out of the fucking pond like a goddamn dolphin?
What?
No.
Does he get in?
There's a scene where the heroine like chokes out Mr. Texas Chainsaw with in a pond of water.
Yeah.
And it is then you're like, oh, he's
An
totally
indoor
dead,
pond.
absolutely. And then he beaches out of the fucking water like Free Willy. Like, to the point where Sarah and I had a discussion about Free Willy during the watching of the film.
Yes, it is not good. Like, I will say I did find satisfaction in the kills.
Look, that final kill on the sister was incredible.
Yes,
The final
it was.
scene of the movie, Jason, they're like, driving away and everything's fine, everyone's dead, and they win. And Mr. Texas Chainsaw grabs the heroine's sister just out of the top of a sunroof and just cuts her in half with a chainsaw. It's fantastic.
Cuts her in half, then cuts her head off, and then does his signature dance with the chainsaw like he did in the first movie.
It's
pretty great. That is pretty great. I also, but Thomas, you're forgetting the most important part of our final girl.
Oh, okay. Well, it requires a bit of backstory.
Doesn't? She's American.
It does, because, this is an American film, so it's chock full of social commentary.
Yes.
The social commentary in this film, the flavor of social commentary in this film is that guns and school shootings, those are pretty bad. And you shouldn't do them. And that's what the film considers to be a political statement.
But also, if you happen to survive a school shooting, clearly you're tough enough to take on a serial killer single-handedly.
No, not only that, but, the thing that did the school shooting that gives you trauma that is covered in many scenes about how traumatized you are about the school shooting.
Yes.
Those will eventually save you.
Yes. Oh, yes.
She's so traumatized from gun violence that she picks up a gun and does gun violence.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It does. I mean, and she touches an AR-15 because
she
takes
touches it gingerly.
Touches
so
it
gingerly, and it's like, and then, it has a flashback.
As a flashback.
I think she has 3 flashbacks in that movie.
Yeah, to the same shot.
All to the same scene.
Yeah.
And the scene, and I say scene very loosely because it's just a single still basically.
Yeah. God, I forgot. I haven't used the controller in so long. Well, no, I'm lying. I haven't used an Xbox controller in so long.
Yeah. But no, the movie's not good. It's really
not good, but I will say, Jason, go to Netflix and I'll get you the time codes, and you just have and then I'll just give you which things to watch, and even though they're murders out of context, you'll still get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not a lot to get.
I mean, the bus sequence is pretty bitchin'.
The bus sequence, the frame from the hey, do this and you're cancelled, bro, is immediately preceded by Mr. Chainsaw just murking an entire bus full of zoomers,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
which is pretty
go
great.
get a health thing real quick.
Yeah, I need one
All right,
too.
I'm coming with you. So that
Yeah.
that is pretty great.
That is great. Also, apparently gentrification is bad.
Oh yeah,
That's the
very
other
bad.
political message.
Look,
that they
I
have.
did appreciate that message. That message is good.
If we don't
Because,
do
yeah, the
gentrification,
characters
how are we
are
gonna
all-
get nice off-market studio apartments in Woodstock?
How indeed? Oh wait, they're already there. Because that is the one thing that is very consistent. Is the characters are all very insufferable, and
They
then
are.
they die, and you're like, ha 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 ha.
Yes,
ha, ha,
yes.
ha.
But you know, I still get like I get it, and I can agree with it, but it's still like overall, it just feels a little old man yells at cloud.
Well, you got to remember, it's directed by not all rapists are bad.
Yeah, I guess.
So it was never going to be very well done. This is
Yeah.
the thing. It's directed by the bad one of that combo.
That
Directed
is
by the
true.
one that did number 2 of
Don't breathe.
Don't Breathe,
Yes.
not number 1. So, yeah.
But I have other questions, like serious lore questions.
Okay, serious lore questions, right?
Serious lore
We
questions.
have
okay.
covered all the extraneous shit about why the movie's bad and you shouldn't watch it. Now it's time
Yeah.
for serious lore. Texas Chain
Serious.
lore.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre lore, because like
That's what I said, Texas Chain lore.
yeah, Texas Chain. Like it hasn't been too long since I've watched the original film.
Sarah and I rewatched the original film incredibly recently. in fact.
Yeah. Okay, so timeline-wise, right?
Yeah.
What I want to know is we can assume that the film takes place in and around the year of our Lord 2020.
Correct.
Because they say it's been about 50, or the actress
they
who
actually
plays
give a timeline.
yeah, 50 years. Okay.
So does the Texas Chainsaw Man wears mask all the time to not get COVID?
That would have been great. I would have loved that.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been peak liberal filmmaking America. But
Yeah, but no. So I want to know, firstly, why does Mr. Texas Chainsaw not look like a man in his 70s?
Because he's got murderer.
And secondly, like, I remember the ending, right? His entire family survives.
That's
The
correct.
Myers clan survives. He escapes, and we can assume he gets away from the cops or whatever after the incident with the trucker. I
Well,
could
you
get
gotta
behind
remember
all
in
that.
the I can't remember if it's in the expanded or if it's. Oh, good lord!
Well, remember they decanonized the
Oh, did they
sequels.
decanonize that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, it's a
So-
remake horror movie, Marcus. Didn't you watch Halloween Kills? All serial killers are immortal ghost monsters now.
There are immortal ghost monsters that have cool fight scenes with firemen.
Okay, but so he doesn't look like a man in his 70s, but yeah, in the original Texas Chainsaw, it is safe to assume that Michael, Mr. Texas Chainsaw, is in and around 20 at the youngest. He is built like an adult human male.
Correct.
You can push it and say maybe he's 16. He's the younger brother,
Yeah,
but he's got that, that
got that
That
old
build.
man strength.
that old man build. But then, okay, so how did a legal adult end up in a small town orphanage?
Yes.
How?
Bad luck.
Yes.
Okay. Like, that makes no sense. I feel like there is a lot of narrative that got left on the cutting room floor.
There's absolutely massive amounts of.
As I mean, the
of
movie
narrative.
is like what, 83 minutes?
That's a risk, like not even 90 minutes.
Yeah. That's 80. Yeah, it's 1 hour 23 on Netflix. It's an 83-minute movie,
Yeah.
and it feels twice as long at points.
And not in a cool way.
Yeah, not in a cool way. But yeah, again, like, I wanted to like it on its own terms, Because as I said when you saw the trailer, this is not going to be a good, like, relaunch, but it could be like at least it could be a cool modern slasher.
Yes. Okay, I have questions about the continuity of the film.
Okay.
So
hopefully I have an answer.
In the movie, Jason, these Zoomers are getting murdered because they go to try and basically fix up a town and make it into a commune. That's
They want to turn it into a Zoom town.
Yeah, they want to turn it into a Zoomer town, USA. That's their entire motivation.
Yes.
And part of that is getting this old fucked up town all fixed up, and they hire a contractor who's a local who they don't know, which leads to hilarious hijinks later when they assume he's a yokel and say, "Oh, look at these races." And the local helps them fix up the town, but part of it is they kick this old lady out of her house.
Yeah.
Just to do it because they can, because they're like, oh, we're the future, you're old, get out of here, we bought this town.
Yeah, we bought this town, we bought
she has
all the
a heart
property.
attack. She has a heart attack and dies, and that kicks
Yes.
off the plot because that's Mr. Chainsaw's mom, and he gets all over.
Although it's not really his mom because he's in an orphanage.
She owns the orphanage.
But
Anyway, so that kicks off the plot. They are in this, the police van, which is also the only ambulance in town, and somehow the man who the contractor is, who cares for the old lady who let them do this whole thing, finds out that the lady dies, even though when she dies the van immediately crashes. And he's like, oh, I heard that old lady died. And it's like, bro, how?
I think there are a few rooms we still haven't looked through.
The ambulance crashed. How did you know that?
The only way he could have found out, possibly, is if off screen, right? The gas station owner. Off screen, the gas station owner who did receive the CB message, of the ambulance crashed.
No,
right?
he didn't. He just all he heard was the girl in the car, who, by the way, texted when the old lady died. Texted her friend back in Zoomertown, USA, saying, "Oh no, the old lady died," with like a skull emoji and an ellipses or something.
Okay. Let's assume that. No. Okay, you got me. There's no way.
There's no fucking way.
There's just no way.
It's just not good. It's just not a good.
And like, what a cheap shot of like just bringing, back the final goal from the first one. And then just have her be almost immediately chainsawed in the gut.
Just to murk her in the... Oh yeah, to be held up. Okay, Jason, you know how the human body works, right?
Yeah.
You are familiar with the fact that it is a body and it has limits.
So, if a human being holds you... Another one.
Oh, there we go.
You yeet it.
If a human being holds you up with the chainsaw, like pulls the chainsaw through you and then holds you up with it, pulling the chainsaw up and down, do you think you're gonna survive that?
No, probably not. Maybe if it misses a vital organ and you are made of magic.
See, but this went straight through the middle of your chest.
Yeah. Like abdomen, there's no way it did not hit at least the liver and the stomach and
the lungs,
all of the intestine
and all of the big
and shredded. The what's the diaphragm?
Spooge. Yeah,
Squealy spooge, and the diaphragm was completely shredded. No. Obviously.
But yeah, it's just bad. It's not good. And yeah, like Markus said, it's disappointing because it could have been fine on its own, And
Yeah.
it also on the back of watching the new Scream movie, which was properly good.
I've still got it on the
It's
watch
really
list.
like it's
Like
just
my
it's
poor
kind of
watch
the-
list has grown too much. I need to just sit and watch movies again.
yeah, it's kind of the perfect. It really is the perfect sequel. Like it's just this super meta experience. Fantastic.
Oh, look, a room!
It's a room.
Room with a moose. But yeah, so my recommendation is watch Scream, not Texas Chainsaw.
My recommendation, what Caitlin and I watched today because she hadn't seen it yet, was Aliens, the second of the only 2 Alien movies.
I think there is a third Alien.
After watching the second again, I don't think there is.
No, there
Just because
there
of the
is.
just because of the way it starts, it's just a real dick move.
It is. It is. It is very like, but what if?
But yeah, it is that.
I'm not
But
going in that room. That room's full of corrosive gas.
yeah,
Okay, then let's
and
go back.
Let's go back.
I
I like the story. I think the story is really compelling, and I like that they strip it back down to only
Single
one
alien.
and it's kind of there's no weapons. It's just these people and their desperate situation and
Right, no, isn't number
Yeah,
three?
and I like-
isn't number 3 the one
like
with
Charles
Ron
Dance.
Perlman?
no,
No,
that's
Resurrection.
Okay.
yeah, which was written
With
by
Winona Ryder as
Yeah.
well.
with Winona Ryder playing basically a Sigourney Weaver simp,
Yeah.
and wasn't that one also written by the Joss Whedon or the J. Abrams?
It
One of the
feels
two.
very quippy, so maybe.
It is one of those two. I can't
I
remember.
don't think it's J. Abrams. I don't think it's Whedon either. But like yeah, it's
Oh, it is one of them. I swear to God, it is one. Of
really.
them. Yeah,
Oh,
we could do the you googling.
No.
yeah, but I mean, just starting off the movie with killing off Hicks and Newt off screen.
Yeah.
It's
Just
a-
off screen. Oh, and they died on the way back to their home planet.
And-
like
and
literally,
also
they
using
died on the way back to
Michael
their
Bean's
planet.
likeness without his consent so that he can sue them.
Yay! 20th Century Fox.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah. God, that's fast.
Whee! Assault rifles. Hit scan them. No, look, I still like Alien Cubed.
You like Alien Cube? What? You kicked off the podcast. That movie's a pile of shit.
Alien 3.
Oh, wait, my math is wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, your
Or with the little 3. Your map says
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I
Resurrection.
like Alien.
Resurrection
I-
is fucking.
Yeah, I like Alien 3.
Shit.
I really do. I think it's got stuff.
It's got stuff, and you know.
I like
what-
the performances, and all the actors are very good as well. Like Charles Dance is a fucking monster in that movie.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's
Not a
Charles
monster,
Dance in
but,
a
like-
movie.
Yeah, like he's very good performance-wise.
Yeah, he's as used to, and there are definitely like watching it again. You can definitely see, like Fincher's style, like forming while making that film.
Yeah, actually.
Like there's a lot of what we would later understand as Fincherisms, like in their prototype form in that film, which is another reason why I appreciate it. For its historical value. Yeah. So Kate, well, I mean, there are lots of stuff that Caitlin has not yet watched.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I honestly don't know how, how Jason has time for anything else because of all the shit she's supposed to have seen.
Oh, I'm gonna go down.
Oh. Where are you, Thomas?
I'm back in the room with y'all.
Okay.
Oh, the Grim Reaper. Oh, there we go. There's the light pillar. I got this one. There we go.
Ow.
Don't bother.
Ow.
But look, like, if you,
Oh, I got
if you
murdered.
certainly if you're just stacking them up, alright, come on. Certainly if you're just stacking them up, Alien 2 is fucking incredible. Like,
It is.
And like, compared to Alien the 3. I'm down.
Where are you? Oh, there you are. B is to reboot.
Yeah, can you do him a save? Because I am
No,
trying
I got
to
him
keep
up.
him busy.
Thank you. I led the other one into the other room.
It
Cool.
seems to be stuck there.
Yeah, their
very
AI is
smart.
not. Their AI is pretty bad. They don't understand what happens when they leave the boss room.
Just become insane.
Oh god, oh there he is. He's stuck in a corner.
Get it!
I'm firing homing rockets at him.
Yeah.
Good. Use your homing rockets. What else? What else did I watch? Oh, watched actually last weekend already. Binged through Peacemaker.
Oh, see what I mean about the first episode? It's a little off, but then it gets better.
Yes. And my god, I never knew I wanted to see Robert Patrick play that big of a racist. But now that I've seen it, it's amazing. Like, no, Jace, like, you have no idea, Thomas. Like, oh my, holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean,
Like,
if
full on.
you know your DC lore,
I know it a bit.
he is the White Dragon.
Oh, okay. Okay. Fair enough.
Yes. Yes, he portrays the character of the White Dragon, who also in this continuity, I don't know the comics well enough to state for the record one way or the other. He is in the comics, but he plays Peacekeeper's dad.
In the comics, he is not his dad, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. So that's great. And I do love how it starts off with, like, everybody thinks Peacemaker is racist because of his dad.
I mean, that's family.
I mean, that intro is baller, though.
Yeah, no, I love the intro. I love Vigilante.
He got a little bit annoying from time to time, especially in the latter episodes.
Now, I enjoyed him throughout, but definitely, yeah, it is a very fun show. It's definitely not going to win any awards or anything like that, but it's a fun romp, and it is very James Gunn.
I got spoiled for the ending on Twitter because of the massive racism that the creator of the show did for excluding a certain character, according to DC fans.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, so it's racist against a rich white man.
Yeah.
Oh right, because at the very end you get the silhouette of 4 members of the Justice League, and 2 of them speak that they could afford to have say lines.
Interestingly
Correct.
enough, you know where that was filmed.
I'm gonna
No.
say on the set of the Snyder Cut.
Nope, on the set of Guardians 3.
Huh.
Yeah, Marvel was like, sure, James, you can shoot that here.
That's
Cool.
incredible.
That is incredible. I did like the design of it's not really a spoiler. We still should watch it because they only refer to this thing as the cow. I love the way the cow looks.
Oh yeah, the cow is great. Do you know what it reminds me of? Did you ever watch Monsters vs. Aliens?
I did in fact watch that full. Regrettably.
It reminded me of the moth thing.
Yes. I can get that. Ooh, are we doing Dreadnought?
Yeah. We'll find out.
So I'm-
Easier.
Yeah. No, but
I
yeah.
have been
If you have the time, Thomas, just watch
Well,
Peacemaker. If
also,
you like,
well,
cool tip. When Peacemaker plays that piano version of the Motley Crue song,
yes.
that is John Cena himself actually playing it.
wow, what a multi-talented person.
Yep.
He really is. Oh, I should send you
He
the.
also learnt Chinese so he could lick their
So that he
boots.
could apologize for calling Taiwan a country.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool.
I should. Oh right. Okay, now I remember which one Dreadnought is.
Femto particle density is low. Short-range radar will not be affected.
Sarah showed me very recently, and we finished watching it. A British comedy series called Fleabag. I don't know if either of you have heard of it.
Oh, I have heard of it. Yes, it's a recent thing, isn't it?
I think 2 years ago. Yeah. But it is fucking incredible. Like, holy shit, incredible. Like, some of the best writing I've ever seen in a comedy series. Straight up. Like, just fucking incredibly well written, well acted, and, like, it's presented as, like, I don't know if this was the mission statement for the writer. The writer is the lead in the show, and it feels like it's presented as almost an anti-girls, if you remember that horrible show written by that rapist. And it's just so much better than that in every way. It almost feels intentional. Like, it's like, oh, this is a piece
Almost
of shit.
as if, and to put it into context that a lot of our listeners would probably understand, it makes girls feel like a cheap American remake of this show.
Yeah. So, but no, seriously, watch Fleabag. It's like 20 episodes. Not
Wow,
even.
like, that's like
It's a lot for a British show.
That's like 3 British seasons, maybe 4.
Oh yeah. It also the writer is
Okay, we
the
killed it.
writer of the most recent James Bond film.
Oh, which was
okay.
not bad.
Exactly. But yeah, no, really, give it a watch. It's funny, it's got a lot of heart, and it gets so fucking real at points without being like weird
Preachy
and
preachy and shit.
gross.
Rapey.
Yeah, and just shit. No, it's very, very good. Heartily recommend.
What else did I watch recently?
Sarah and I also watched the Park Chin-ho vampire movie called Thirst, and it's fucking great. It's so weird. It's
Really?
fantastic, and like it's extremely play-like, like almost Shakespearean in parts. I'm like, this feels like play, and then at the end it's like, oh, adapted from this book, and I'm like, gotcha.
I've been murdered.
Murdered.
So my recommendation is watch Aliens.
Yeah, that recommendation is evergreen.
Actually, no.
Oh,
My recommendation is play Elden Ring.
You got me.
I got him.
Whoa,
I
you
won
murdered
that
him.
duel for one.
You murdered me.
I am the
distracted.
murder king.
Sarah was in the room, and I was gazing at them lovingly.
Oh, that's on you. My recommendation is actually Elden Ring. Sorry. Play Elden
That is
Oh.
a fantastic recommendation, as I've put in many hours of Elden Ring this week.
My recommendation is. Actually, I'm just gonna say it. My recommendation is the Cuphead show.
Oh yeah?
It
Oh,
low-key
wow, the first
fucking
episode.
rules.
It's not bad.
Yeah, kind of rules, right?
That's not bad. I wouldn't say it rules, but maybe the other episodes get better.
It fucking rules. That animation is so good.
Thomas.
Mm.
Oh no, you did already do your recommendations.
Well, no, I will do an actual recommendation.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm all ears.
My recommendation for this week is the German film from 1987 or 82, Angst, and it is one of the more unsettling movies I've ever watched because of the way the cinematography presents characters. I can't explain how it does it. I want to see a behind the scenes of the movie because the way the camera moves is cinematography you would expect modern camera rigs to be able to pull off. But
Okay.
of the 80s, you're like, how the fuck are they doing these long takes, constantly craning up and going back down, like pulling into characters and going back? And it's fucking awesome. And like the cinematography and like grip team is like 2 people, and it's just and it's fucking
They do it
amazingly
Raid 2 style. They have lots of men dressed up as car seats.
got lots of car seats. Gotcha. But yeah, no, the cinematography in the movie is incredible. The writing is great. It's apparently based on a real serial killer.
Okay.
And yeah, just
So the name of
really,
that
really
is?
good. I don't know. Sarah recognized like
No, not the name
Murder
of the
Demon.
serial killer. The name of the movie.
The name of the film is Angst.
Angst. Okay.
Yeah, very good, very unsettling to watch. Also, one of the more... This is gonna sound weird, but one of the more interesting scenes of sexual assault.
That does sound weird.
It does sound
I'm
weird,
gonna
but when
leave
you...
that out of context.
Okay. But when you see it in the movie, you're like, oh, that would make sense with sexual trauma.
Anyway, so can I change my recommendation then?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, cool. I want to change my recommendation to the 1996 underrated masterpiece of a film, Lawnmower Man 2: Beyond Cyberspace.
Oh, I don't know why I was expecting something serious.
Yeah, no, that's on you, Jason.
That is 100% on me.
Oh.
All right.
I found a streaming service that
Really?
is
Because
Lawnmower
like,
Man 2: Beyond Cyberspace.
that first movie is like a war crime. Like, I'm pretty sure it's a hate crime with the language used.
Oh yeah,
in that
no,
movie.
it is a hate crime. That one, but like the
liberal
second one,
sprinklings of the R word.
no, but like Lawnmower Man 2 just ratchets everything up, and it becomes an actual war crime.
What, like, do people with developmental issues take over the internet and become Skynets?
I mean,
Markus, the fact that you're not replying to me immediately makes me very, very worried.
All right.
if you've never watched it, you owe it to yourself to watch Lawnmower Man 2: Beyond Cyberspace.
Well, Viewsness, it's up to you.
Listeners, Willem, we leave that in your hands.
It's a brisk 90 minutes.
Okay.
You could watch it tomorrow.
Oh,
No!
run,
We're watching that
run now before they
propaganda
get you.
movie.
Okay. The what? The Christian Madagascar movie.
Good night.